What's up, everybody? We're back again. It's Friday, episode 195 of the Dad Bod Golf Pod. It's Kyle, Ben, Nate, and we're ready to get the weekend kicked off for you. Hopefully, maybe you can cut out of work a little bit early today. Maybe get out around 12:30, go play a little golf if you can stand the heat, because holy cow, big time heat, a lot of heat. It's a scorcher out there right now. Hopefully we get a little bit of break at some point in time. But anyway, tonight's episode is brought to you by Bet Online, the #1 sports betting website in the country. Sign up today, get a 50% welcome bonus. Use coupon code BLEAV, BLEAV. The NBA draft was tonight. You could have bet on who would have been the first tonight when we're recording. That you could have bet on the draft picks. You could have bet over under on draft picks. I mean, there's literally endless amount of things you can bet on. It's tons of fun. Online casino. Have a blast with it. Bet on golf, whatever. You just go nuts on there. So Bet Online, it's where the game starts. Gentlemen, it's been serious for a while. We've been talking golf. We've been talking LIV Tour. We've just been getting way too serious, I feel like. We're way too heated. So tonight we're going to have some fun. You ready to have some fun? Nate's like, I'm tired of this. I'm ready to have some fun. Let's go. Alternate realities,
yes,
version 3, sponsored by the LIV Tour. So we're going to take all the LIV Tour, or not all of them, but we're going to take several LIV Tour guys, and we're going to say if they weren't playing professional golf, what would their career be? We have a list. We're all three going to go through what we think it would be, and hopefully have some laughs. And have some fun. It should be a lot of fun. All right, so the first person on the list is none other than really the early face of the LIV Tour, the face and maybe the disgrace of the LIV Tour, Mr. Phil. Maybe I've had that one planned for a while. So we're going to go with Mr. Phil Mickelson. Mr. Phil Mickelson. So what would Phil Mickelson's career be in an alternate reality where he was not a professional golfer? Who wants to go first?
Hey, Ben, how you doing tonight?
I got to turn my mic on, don't I? Yep,
yes.
I'm good.
Yeah, how you doing? Doing good?
Yep, I'm okay.
You ready to roll?
I am.
You think if you say anything silly tonight, I'm gonna let you know.
Okay, I don't doubt that whatsoever.
Yep, 10-4. Okay. You want me to go first, Ben?
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Okay. I got one main one, and I've just got like a little funny alternate one for Phil. So I think Phil's really smart. I really do truly believe that he is a genius, maybe a disturbed one. So I'm thinking that he's a college professor, probably like in physics or something. I mean, Phil's not teaching music appreciation, and he's one of those guys who like tries to like play mind games with his students. So he like gets them to make a pop quiz, and if he fails it, like then they all pass. Or he gets them to study for like 4 days for a test, and he shows up and the question's like some basic like math problem. It's one question, it takes them 5 minutes, and they're all like just brain effed. That's Phil. He's just constantly messing with them. Or he owns like a Callie's Love Stuff. Either one.
Callie's Love Stuff. I've heard he's into that kind of stuff.
I didn't know that.
He's swinging much more than golf clubs is what I hear.
Hey.
What does that mean?
That's frowned upon in Saudi Arabia. Just gonna say.
Yes, it is. By the way. All right.
Frowned upon in Alabama too, I think. But,
Ben, what you got?
I wanted to go with the obvious that he was like an underground bookie, like in the movie Rounders, like he was the John Malkovich that he dressed in a tracksuit. Like that's what I picture him doing. However, I wanted to go with what I wanted him to be, which would be one of those traveling carny guys that guesses your weight for a prize.
That's so specific.
Just absolutely getting in people's heads.
He's like, hey, spin around one time. All
right,
like
what's your birthday?
Like the person walks by and is like, hey, fat ass, I know your weight. And the guy's like, what?
That's right. I was talking to you.
It's like,
or maybe the guy who sits on where you're throwing the ball to try and hit him to dunk him.
Yeah.
He's sitting there just absolutely roasting you.
Roasting you because you can't do it.
Hey, nice arm there, Joe.
That's a really good one. Just in a carnival period, in a carnival crew, like
carnival games in general, I feel like would be good. Yeah.
Hey, carnival people are rough.
And he'd be smiling the whole time when somebody did well.
When I worked, you guys know where the Oak Mountain Amphitheater is in Pelham? I worked at that Chick-fil-A, and they'd have the Alabama State Fair coming there every year. And those dudes are rough.
Well, you know what? They travel 327 days a year.
They've been rode hard and put up wet.
I used to have a buddy of mine. He was on the podcast, Zach Portermont. They owned a carnival.
How about that?
Yes, they did. Well, they owned a fair. They weren't a carnival. They didn't have all the acts. They did like the rides.
A fair. There you go. Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
Fair. Great American. Yeah.
No, I'm talking like the bearded lady type stuff. That's what Phil's with the roughnecks, man.
Oh, okay.
He's like with the gypsies
Like
and
the freaks.
the freak show places. That's what he's
go.
with. Yeah.
All right, so let me do mine. With Phil's, his insider trading and his gambling history and all that, I see him being like running a boiler room, like just pumping and dumping stocks, like making fake companies, getting fake IPOs, whatever they call those things. And then he's got like a you've seen the movie Boiler Room or Wolf of Wall Street. He's got that group of guys that just sit there on the phone, just pounding the phones all day. I'm telling you, man, this is the best thing ever. You got to buy. And then he's up there on the microphone. That's Phil. That's Phil.
We ain't going nowhere.
Really, possibly illegal, but like just skirts the edge of legal and illegal for a while, and just makes tons of money.
Oh no, he's definitely the Wolf of Wall Street. No, everything he does is illegal, and then he becomes a narc and works for the FBI, so he never does any jail time. That's exactly what he is.
Wolf of Wall Street. That's
is he? He'll like pay like, hey, we've decided that Karen's gonna shave her head for 10 grand today. Everybody, give it up for Karen.
Exactly, dude. Have y'all ever seen like
The real Jordan Belfort?
Yes.
It's like the greatest. I mean, that was a great cat. Like the casting for that was so great. I mean, it's the same guy. Like,
yeah, it's the same dude.
It's
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
The sides. The sides were. What are the sides? Do they cure cancer? That was the thing. Is the sides they did cure cancer.
That's so good. That's such a great movie. All right,
don't watch that one with your parents.
Or don't watch it anywhere other than by yourself, basically.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that's also kind of weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, sure. I'm a little uncomfortable watching it with my wife. She was like, "Guys, really like that?" I'm like, "Yeah, kind of."
All right, so number 2. Here we go. Number 2. Moving along, Mr. Brooks Koepka.
Yep.
Koepka. Who wants to go first?
Nate went first last time. Is it me? I guess.
Lock and load, Benjamin.
All right. He does absolutely nothing. He went to Florida State. He stays at Florida State. He stays in the fraternity. He never graduates. And he's basically the movie Old School and never leaves the frat house throughout the rest of his life.
You a senior? 12th year.
Yeah.
What was that movie with Ryan Reynolds where he never wanted to leave college? You remember that movie?
I don't remember.
It kind of sounds like Ryan Reynolds, like in real life.
I can't remember the name. of that movie. But,
and he's a complete dick to everybody that comes through the fraternity house too, because he's been there so long and he just doesn't care anymore, and everybody hates him.
He could be like third-year Letterman guy,
yes.
like a famous youth football coach.
Yes.
Hey, Pledge. Pledge, come here.
So here's what I have.
I've got. No, you go, Kyle.
I think he really wants to be sort of in like a boy band cover band type thing.
My.
Yeah. when he went
playing like weddings and bars and stuff.
Yeah, when he went with the French tips or whatever you call them, the bleach tips.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, and then he had the wedding with Ludacris where he kind of did this really terrible dancing and the way he was dressed.
Awful.
It was Backstreet Boys. I mean, it was Backstreet Boys is what he looked like. So boy band cover band is Brooks. Weddings, bar mitzvahs, proms. He's your man. He would have been your man.
Brooks he's up there. He's like, "Do you want to be an American?" And
I want it that way.
Tell me what. Okay. Oh, all right. I've got Koepka by day working at GNC, and at night he plays goes to laser tag place every night and just bullies everybody. Just plays against the kids in the birthday parties. He just smokes them, and then goes out and just hangs out by the basketball thing. And if anybody wants to come play, I'll play for 5. Put 5 down. We'll shoot. Oh, skee ball? Yeah, I'll play skee ball. Oh, air hockey? Yeah. Do you want to lose 3 times in a row?
I got my
We'll
own.
go back to there. We'll go back
I
to
got my
the
own ski
laser tag.
balls. I got my own ski balls.
I brought my own ski. I actually got my own laser
Logoed
tag rifle.
gun.
I have a long range laser tag rifle.
I was watching Country Club Adjacent. You know, they were doing the
Back off challenge. And one of the things they said is like, you like you'd bring a real gun to laser tag.
I would have backed off. I would have backed off
like,
if they had said
the
that.
dude like fell off the tee box laughing. That was so good. Those guys are great. Oh man. All right. So,
Those guys are going to get into a fight when they go to those golf tournaments and they do it to random strangers.
They do.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that most of those guys are random strangers.
eventually it's going to be they're going to get the wrong guy when they just start calling at people in the crowd. Those are great. Those are even better.
Yeah, those are fantastic. I'm just telling you, they're going to get that guy one day when they do that.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them though.
They got Bryson. They're like, "Does PGA Tour test?" And he was like,
Oh yeah, that was good. All right, so moving on. I think I'm in the right order. Sergio Garcia.
Kevin
Kevin Na's next. Okay, sorry. Kevin Na. Let's go set Kevin Na next.
Why don't you go first this time?
Yeah,
Kyle?
you gotta go first this time.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Kevin Na seems like do you remember the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin when Andy became the manager at that like Best Buy knockoff? That's what I see it. He's a manager at some like knockoff Best Buy, like not Best
Circuit
Buy,
City.
Like, yeah, Circuit City. That's a rest in peace.
Radio Shack.
Radio Shack. That's the one. He's a manager at a Radio Shack, and he's like holding on. Don't go out of business. We're gonna be the last Radio Shack standing. Yeah, that's why I see Kevin now.
He's always working on the schedule.
Yeah. Hey, sis, you've asked off for the last 3 Fridays. We're gonna have to can't do that. Hey, Nate, you're on the floor today. You're on the floor of big screens.
Hey, you're in electronics, but like, dude, we're in Radio Shack.
Everything's
whole place is
electronic.
Yeah, everything's electronic.
All right.
I feel like Kyle and I must have gotten together before this. I didn't have him doing that, but I did have him by day. This is going to sound so cultural appropriation here. By day,
Well, I didn't want to go there.
By
'cause
day,
there's so many things you could say.
by day, he is going to be selling cell phones. Like he's going to work at a cell phone place by day.
Just like the
And
T-Mobile place in the mall, just like
and
the
at night-
kiosk in the mall.
At night, he goes back to his parents' house and he's got his souped up Honda or Mini Cooper that he drift races at night around the streets of LA.
Taking people's money.
Yes.
E-brake. Let's go.
Oh, that
All
sounds
right.
so terrible. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's crazy. We all kind of went in a certain direction with him. I've got Kevin now runs a sandwich shop that's been in his family for years. He makes sure that to tell you there's an extra charge for the side of ranch, even though you get it every single time you come in. And he's constantly talking about how he may start charging for refills because of the economy.
Oh my God, that's so specific. That's so good. That is so good. Hey, let me tell you what. You've seen this inflation. We're gonna have to get some 50-cent refills. 50-cent refills.
I mean,
Effective immediately.
look, I'm gonna get you this one today, but I've thought about it. We talked about it.
We've done the math.
We as in like, yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, you guys just come in here and you pay for the sandwich. That's all you see, but that ranch.
I just threw one in there.
Cost money.
You'll catch it tomorrow. I just threw something in there. Y'all probably catch it tomorrow.
I missed it. Yeah, I was talking.
Okay. That everybody for Kevin now?
Yeah.
No.
Nah. All right, Sergio Garcia. I really like mine for Sergio, so I'm gonna wait till last on this one.
I'll go back to first.
All right.
I'd say Sergio Garcia. When you ask him what he does, he says he's a yacht broker, but you never really see do anything except for party and entertain clients.
Yeah.
He won't ever really tell you what company he works for. He said it's like an international company that you've never heard of, and you just really don't know what he does. But he tells you he's a yacht broker.
A yacht.
Kind of like Matthew McConaughey in is it Failure to Launch?
Failure to Launch. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's a yacht broker, but like he just hangs out with his buddies like all day.
That's it. That's all he does.
That's Sergio.
I like it.
I have him as, because of his age now, I have him as a retired matador. that now spends most of his time in anger management classes with his with like his psychiatrist the entire time.
You said Camilla was a matador.
I say Camilla was a matador.
Yeah. Or maybe Kyle did. I don't know.
I didn't say
I feel like you're recycling some jobs here, big guy.
Or you're just recycling cultures.
Is there any reason that both of them could be in this together? This could be like some sort of
they owned an
I
underground.
I guess just like
matador.
any guy who
Yes.
speaks Spanish,
Maybe
you just automatically think that they're a matador. So that's
well, I
cool.
just thought that the Asian guy is going to be drift racing. What's that got to do with anything?
I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh man. All right. So, Sergio, he's getting a little older, but he's still got that Spanish accent. I think he's going to be like, for females, a phone sex hotline, phone call answer. Hello, I am Sergio. How can I pleasure you?
I used to swing the sticks. I won the Masters once.
He's got kind of a high pitched voice, so he'd have to work on that. But yeah, I think he'd be a for females or males, whatever.
Yeah, or male. You know what? That's it.
Tell me this: have you ever been to Spain?
I speak Spanish.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's that. Can you not see that? I mean, can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Yeah. I mean, when
Did
I
you
call
call?
it, I want to talk to a Spanish woman. So I mean, I just see that he's. Oh
Right.
wait, we're live. All right.
I
Oh,
love it.
speaking of calling the hotline, you need to get online and get you one of these blue tees. Blue tees rangefinders. That was a terrible segue. That was a terrible segue, but
I mean, out of all, you've had the worst segues in the history of segues, but that one made top.
That one right there ranked right up there with the worst of the worst.
After I said what I said, I was like, "There's really no way to tie that in whatsoever."
Just head on out.
Yeah, you just gotta say it. So you know what? Just go to Blue Tees. Go to bluetees.com. Check out their Series 3 rangefinders, the bundle package with the Bluetooth speakers. They're awesome. We played with them today. Ben's got his brand new one. All the features of the $600 rangefinders for under $300 right now. But typically they're right around $350. You get to take 10% more off using coupon code DADBOD. And man, why spend that much money when you can save? It's cool. They're kind of the big thing right now. You got everything you can want, save a bunch of money, bluetees.com. All right, let's move on to the next one. Pulling up my list, we have Mr. Patrick Reed, aka Fat Prick Reed, which will live forever.
AKA Captain America. Yeah, blah, 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 blah.
I like how
maybe that one kind of died when he didn't make the Ryder Cup team this year.
Yeah, he did not. He's been playing like straight up trash. Anyway, all right. So go ahead. Who wants to go first?
Incarceration.
Is it my turn to go first?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Patrick Reed is the ADT salesman. I don't know. Every time.
Wow.
When the dude knocks on your door and you go outside like at 7:30 at night, like when they come to sell, that's when they come like starting knocking on doors. It's Patrick Reed, and you're like,
he's like super sweaty.
Yeah, because it's hot outside. So and he's going door to door, no AC. Patrick Reed is the ADT guy. It's like, hey, look, we'll waive the first time initiation fee. We'll get you started, $49.95. All equipment provided. You don't pay. The first 30 days are free. I mean, I can just see him pitching.
I usually don't do this.
Yeah,
I usually don't do this.
I actually don't know that I can do this.
But I might have to double check my manner. I may get fired for doing this, but can I come into your house for a minute?
No,
just need to be there for a minute.
No,
do you have any lockers?
Setup fee. Hey, people are robbing these houses left and right.
This is how we do it. This is how I do it. So we set up the security system. I try and break in, and then you get to kind of test it out, Riley. You don't know when I'm going to be there, but if anything's missing, money back guaranteed.
What a sales pitch, Nate! I'd buy.
Nate, I'm telling you, I'm signed up, bud.
I would pay just for the attempt.
And let me tell you, back when I was at Augusta State, you don't want no part of me. Them boys should have put ADT in the locker room.
ADT in the locker room would never happen. I'd still be at Georgia. Oh man, who's next?
Okay. I I think Patrick Reed is the best guy we've got at the little rinky-dink mechanic shop that he can barely even change the oil. And he's just always covered in black all the way up to here. And his go-to line, he'll look at a car and be like, man, I think it needs a transmission. We don't do transmissions here.
That's his go-to.
That's his go-to line.
It doesn't matter if the car is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it needs brakes, if it's got a power need transmission. And we don't do transmission here, but diagnostic fee will be $149.99.
That's so good.
Their entire profit for the year is diagnostics fees. They never fix anything.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And air filters.
I would take this right back to the dealership.
And air filters.
You check your warranty? There's a warranty on
They
this.
will push an air filter on you. So
oh my gosh.
I'm like,
hey, I did top off the washer fluid.
let you know I did that.
Yep. And your coolant looks low, so I would swing by and get some from somewhere. Advanced Auto Parts down the road.
We don't do that
either. But I really would get that transmission.
Your lug nuts looked good. I mean, they looked all there.
all later.
I counted your lug nuts; they're all there.
Not a one missing.
All right, Ben, hit it.
I've got him as the late 1980s, early 1990s middle school bowling coach that wears those tight shorts that are like halfway up, that still shows a little too much for kids that age to be able to see.
Wow. I don't know what that is.
Wrestling coach in the pacifier.
But I picture it. I've never experienced this human, but I picture that so vividly.
like white socks, like halfway up.
Yes, the white sock, the tube socks that aren't really, they're not all the way over the calf. They're just a little bit just under the calf. But
are you talking about like those bike?
Yes,
coaching
those bike
shorts?
shorts. Yes, the coaching shorts.
Back in '78, it was me and John Harris in the PBA championship. And I just
And
didn't
the thing is, Kyle,
I wasn't rolling the rock very good that day.
the thing is, Kyle, no navy blues or blacks. He's going to be in like
The gray.
whites and khakis
Like
and grays.
yellows,
That's what
yeah.
he's in the entire time.
Like
There's a picture.
There's yellow.
There's a picture of me as a child and my dad holding me at the beach, and he's wearing those shorts. Like, Dad,
Oh
it's the
yeah,
most redneck thing ever.
just cheeseburger on his chest.
Those
bike-
things were in style then, man.
Bike coaching shorts. Unbelievable.
Yes.
I bet your dad was smiling like,
Yeah, it was like a little halfway. Yeah, out of the side of his mouth. Exactly. Oh, that's good. Everybody got Patrick Reed in?
"Yep."
All right, let's go on Mr. Lee Westwood. Mine's way too obvious.
Westwood.
Lee Westwood, in mine, I'll go first this time. He is the one cop in the precinct that nobody else likes. Everybody hates him within the entire police department, but he thinks he is by far the best police officer.
Because he's by the book. He is by the book.
Everything
by
is by
policy.
The book. Yes.
By policy and by whatever those.
He
technical
legit
words.
walks in full uniform. He's not even superior to some people. He's getting on people the way they wear their uniform. He's getting the way people how their shoes are not shined. Also, not how they're following.
But he's not. But he doesn't have any authority. But he doesn't have like
zero
any
authority.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's like points things out.
Yes. That's him.
I got it. I see it.
I've got Lee Westwood as like the emergency 24-hour plumber that you call at 2 a.m. when the toilet's busted up and his crack is definitely hanging out.
Oh yeah.
The entire house smells like cigarette as soon as he walks in the door. And he's always like, man, I ain't got the toes. I ain't got the toes with me. I might have to come back.
So you got this part. I gotta go.
Just don't flush it. Just don't turn on any water until tomorrow. I'll be back.
Hold it. Go to the gas.
See, what it requires is the C ring, and I ain't got the C ring. I got the D and the B and the F rings. See, your toilet must have been made pre-1982 because post-1982, they made the one size fits all. But
yeah,
I mean, I ain't never seen shit like this before. and I'm talking about what's in the toilet too.
oh my God. Oh dear Lord.
All right, that's a really good one. Mine like is totally terrible, but he just looks like and maybe this is because of its sponsor that it made me think of this. He looks like every UPS driver I've ever seen. He just every
middle-aged,
UPS.
slightly overweight. You don't know how because they just run all day.
Yeah.
They must eat
Exactly.
terrible while they're in the truck. Got to be that way.
Yeah, have to.
I don't know. I
Sunflower seeds.
can't say just in case he listens. Our UPS driver, he's in pretty good shape. The guy that comes to our office all the time.
He's pretty
Yeah.
stout.
He does look like Lee Westwood in the face though.
There you go. I'm telling you, he looks like every UPS driver I've ever seen.
Our UPS driver plays basketball with my boss like every morning. And so it's like this cool small town thing with the UPS driver walks in and he like, man, I was on fire this morning. He like, dude, I shut you down. What you talking about? And they just go back and forth. It's awesome.
Oh, that's great. All right, last one, and then maybe we'll talk a little bit of golf. Last one, Louis Oosthuizen. Oosthuizen. What you got?
I'll go.
Who wants to go first? Go first, Ben.
I'll go. He is not the mortician at the funeral home, but he's the funeral director that makes the families feel at ease whenever they come in, because he just always has a peaceful look on his face. But when he does smile, it's so damn goofy. It makes everybody feel good about themselves. That's him.
Golly.
It's
You think he has
amazing.
braces at this point?
Do what?
You think he has braces at this point?
He's a multimillionaire right now. Didn't have braces. No, he's not going to be that as a funeral director.
Maybe worse.
Just
Yeah,
down on the
could be
old
worse.
funeral home.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go
I mean,
next.
just how he looks so peaceful and honest, and he looks so innocent and polite, like he would just visit with you and he'd be so nice to you. And then when he does finally crack a smile, you kind of laugh at him just because he's kind of funny looking.
There you go. He's kind of funny looking.
And there we go.
Oh man. All right. So I got Louis, and maybe it's because he's from Africa. I got him as sort of like a safari guide who's like one more child getting eaten by a lion from getting fired. So he's like he's barely hanging on, but he's
Kyle,
very
do you know what
passionate.
my first one was? You know what my first one was?
What's that?
Disney tour guide that gets pissed when they put him in the Shrek department. That was my first one that I was.
I was gonna say, does he just playing off your Sky? I was like, did he like get fired from doing actual safaris in Africa? So he went to Disney and just does the ones that
It could
At,
be. So he's just
at
an Animal
Animal
Kingdom.
Kingdom.
Yeah, Animal Kingdom exactly. That could be that may be better. His passion was being a safari guide, and he ran one time and left his group from some type
they
of
got mauled by
predator,
leopards.
some type of predator, and so they demoted him, and then he just went to the Animal Kingdom at Disney. Yep, that's it. That's 100% him.
Just wears the tan on tan with the brown socks and,
And
the
that
Yes.
hat
Yeah,
with the
no
bubble
doubt.
on top, and it's like
Yeah.
all the way around.
The hard hat.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh,
It was
No.
Adam Scott
don't.
or Cam Smith. I don't know.
Yeah, that was Australian, not South Africa. Hello.
I think
Oh,
no. Let's just stop.
he's going more British now.
You're hitting all. I mean, you're closer than you were. Like,
Yeah,
you
you are.
3,000 miles closer to South Africa.
I think so.
From
I think
Australia
I'm
to
very
England.
close. I think
Yeah.
I was close there. All right, what you got, Nick?
I would say he's the guy that comes to your house to check for termites, and he's got the flashlight that kind of keeps on his shoulder all the time, and he's like tapping on all the walls. And he gets up on your basement, and then all of a sudden he comes to you with this plan, and it's a termite reduction strategy.
Yeah.
And it involves all this technical equipment. It's going to cost you $4,000, but we got a payment plan. We're going to do a payment plan for you.
Sign here.
And you never see the termites. He just tells you that your
They're
house
there.
is
Tells you
infested with
that
them, and you're going to
they're
spend
there.
$4,000. Yep.
And he goes into his truck and he puts on that hazmat suit to crawl up under your crawl space.
Yes.
Yeah. And then he comes out sweating. He's like, man, you're not gonna believe what we got under here.
The bad news is they're there.
They're there.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
I
I
wouldn't.
can't see him. I don't see any residue or anything. You know what? You need to trust me on this.
Just I'm an expert.
Listen, I tried to bring some out, but you just don't want to see them. It's too hard for homeowners
Bob-
to handle.
Listen to this. My youngest brother worked for Terminex, and believe it or not, he had to take a course on bugs, and the course was sponsored by Harvard or Yale or one of the Ivy League schools. So the Terminex bug course was some Ivy League school. I can't really remember which one. I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
I can tell you that the bug guy that comes to our house ain't never taken an Ivy League course.
Doesn't know what an Ivy League is.
No, I'm telling you.
He probably thinks that is a bug that he needs to spray for, Nate. That if you mention that to him,
I just like it when they go flash out on the shoulder.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Kind of cock it up a little bit, cock it down.
Nate, you would greatly appreciate this. The last time he came over, so we had a would-be issue, which he couldn't do nothing about. You can't do nothing to kill would-be. All you can do is you can plug them holes up. But if you plug them up with any kind of wood, they just gonna chew right through it. That's all they're gonna do.
Yeah, it's not permanent.
It's illegal.
You just got to fight it the best you can.
So then you got another bee that comes
about
in.
burn your house down.
You got another bee that comes and takes the place of their house. And I was like, what about these things that are swarming? I mean, they're not like wasps, but they look like wasps. What is up with that? I ain't real sure. And he takes this gun of spray and just starts spraying the ever-living shit out of them. And they're all dying. And I was like, well, that works too, Bob. I guess we could just go that route.
I tell you what, this chloroform right here will kill anything.
I mean, the first thing Lori walks out of the back. Lori's like, I wonder if that's pet safe. And I was like, I don't know. You just killed everything in sight on our backyard.
I don't think it's
good.
anything.
Like, is this pet safe? But y'all got pets? Shit, I wish you'd mentioned that.
I mean, the skin on my arm's melting off. It's probably
when y'all signed that little thing online, the consent form said no pets.
Why you think I don't have no hair on my left?
I'm gonna call Linda at the office, see what we can do about your pet.
Oh man. So that ended up being exactly what we've needed. We've really needed that. I mean, all we got to look forward to is the Travelers Championship this weekend. And of course, Rory shoots a million under on Thursday of a tournament that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it's actually a pretty good leaderboard, a really good field. The course is kind of just meh. It's okay. But
the best thing about the Travelers is them hitting the
little
umbrella out in the middle of the lake. That's the only thing.
Saw some 12-year-old girl stuck it, like the first shot of the year this year, like the first one that did it. Some like 12-year-old girl just stuck it. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so we got the Travelers this weekend, and then next week is the big week because that will be Pumpkin Ridge LIV Tour.
Yes.
Will they get a TV deal? How will that whole thing work? That's going to be a ton of fun. I think I saw where they released that the field is set. So I don't think we're going to be adding anybody new to that tournament. Maybe New Jersey at the end of July.
They've got the captains they announced, and I think Koepka's one of the captains.
He is. No, I'm saying like those guys.
Oh, new from this point on.
From this point on, I think the field's set. I don't think they're adding any new guys.
You think if Tiger calls them, they'll probably make an exception?
Oh yeah.
There's no doubt.
Or Colin Morikawa or any of those guys. But I think for the most part, they're done pushing for stuff now. And then maybe they'll after the Open. They strategically have placed the Trump Bedminster in New Jersey. I think that's the third event. That is the last weekend in July, which that'll give them 2 weeks after the Open to kind of get them, get those deals lined up. So a lot of action, a lot of news is going to come out. So stay tuned with us. Y'all have a great weekend. For the love of God, don't overheat. Don't get too hot, but have some fun. Play some golf. Stay cool. Jump in the pool. Drink a cold beer, whatever. Just have a great weekend, and we'll be back to discuss the Travelers Championship and some other fun stuff on Monday. So we really appreciate it, guys. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Bet Online, and we are the Dad Bod Golf Pod.
No way.